children. Today I am going to teach you prose for Anandi Gopal and autobiography. This autobiography written by Anandi Gopal only. See children, here before going to lesson, here pre-reading task is there in page number 25. You open that page and match the woman with their work. Here this side about them they given and this side name of that woman given. You have to match that one. See here, the fierce patriot who first unfurled India's flag at an international assembly. This is Madam Bikaji Kama only. Here they given direct that name. Okay, that is this is about Madam Bikaji Kama, and she first hosted our flag in an international assembly. Okay, in freedom movement she went to foreign countries and there she hosted our national flag in international level. She was Madam Bikaji Kama. And next, young Margaret Noble came under the spell of Swami Vivekananda. She came from distant island to India to serve the people of this land. You know children about one sister came with Swami Vivekananda to India to serve the poor people. You know about her? Yes, she is none other than Sister Nivedita. She came with Swami Vivekananda to India. She came to serve here poor and sick people. Okay. Jawaharlal Nehru's sister entered the non-cooperation movement. She was the first woman in India to hold a ministerial rank. See, Jawaharlal Nehru's sister, Sir Vijayalakshmi Pandit. Vijayalakshmi Pandit was a sister of first Prime Minister. You know about Jawaharlal Nehru children? Yes, that first Prime Minister, Jawaharlal Nehru's sister was Vijayalakshmi Pandit, and she entered non-cooperation movement, and she was the first woman in India to hold a ministerial rank. She became ministry in that time. She got the ministerial rank in when Jawaharlal Nehru was the Prime Minister. Okay, and born in a Bengali family, graduated and worked as a teacher. She was an active member of Congress party, that is Arna Asaf Ali. Okay children. Next, she was undoubtedly one of the greatest political leader of India. She was the first and the only woman to be elected as the Prime Minister. You know, all of you well known about her. Who's that one children? Indira Gandhi. Yes, here Indira Gandhi is there. You have to match that word sentences to Indira Gandhi. See, so many women participated in freedom movement also, and now also so many women working for our country and our society. So here this is the lesson Anandi Gopal. This is an autobiography. You know the difference between biography and autobiography children? See here, what do you call this type of writing? See, someone wrote about any leaders. One writer is going to write the life history of another one person, another one great leader. What you are going to call for that? That is the biography. That is the biography. If one person is writing the history of another person, that is calling as biography. Biography means that one writer is writing about another person's life history and his achievements and his awards. This is calling as biography. What do you call the life history written by a person about himself? That someone is writing about themselves only. They are writing on book. What that one is calling? That is autobiography. That is autobiography. Autobiography means a person writing about his life story himself only. He is only writing about his life story. That is calling as autobiography. This Anandi Gopal, an autobiography written by Anandi Gopal only. See, she is Anandi Gopal. So, when a person is writing the life story of another person, that is the biography, and when the person is writing his own story himself only, that is autobiography. Understood, children? Yes. What is the information we get from these types of writing? Tell me, what information we are going to get by reading these type of books? Yes, about their lifestyle, their achievements, their struggles, okay, their awards. Is it, children? About these all things we are going to understand by reading these type of books. What is the difference between biography and an autobiography? I already said you, children, biography means we are going to write someone's life history. Autobiography means we are going to write our own life history as a book. That is the difference between biography and autobiography. Here, Anandi Gopal wrote her autobiography about her lifestyle and about her achievements. And whatever she wrote here in this lesson is there. See, children, here page number 26, open all of you. With model reading, I will give the explanation of this lesson. An autobiography is the story of a person's life written by the person himself, while a biography is the story of a person's life written by somebody else. See, I already told you that biography means the life history writing by some other person, and autobiography writing by themselves only. About their life history they are going to write. Now we will read the autobiography of Anandi Gopal, the first Indian woman to receive education abroad and to obtain a medical degree. See, she was the first woman. She went to abroad, means foreign country. She went to foreign and she there taken doctor degree. First woman that she taken the medical degree in abroad. She was the first woman. How did she achieve this? See, in that days, woman won't come outside of the house only. But this lady, she went to foreign country and she got their medical degree. How she achieved this one? How it became possible to her? How much she did struggle? All she wrote in this lesson. Whatever the obstacles faced by her. See, it's not an easy task. Nowadays, it's easy that a lady can get a medical degree in foreign country. It's an easy task. Is it? But in olden days, when woman won't come out of the house only, that time, children, this Anandi Gopal, what she did, she went to foreign country and she got their medical degree. This is not at all an easy task in that days. Now it is common. What made her desire to become a doctor? Why she wants to become a doctor only? What made her to become doctor? What are the circumstances and situations made her to decide that she should become doctor only? So, read her autobiography to get answer to these questions. We should read her autobiography. Then only we are going to understand why she wants to become a doctor only. Why she wants to read. Okay, children. Now, we will go to paragraph 1. I was born on 31st March 1865 as Jamuna Joshi in Kalyan, a small town near Mumbai. Her date of birth 31st March 1865. She born on 31st March 1865. Actually, her name was Yamuna Joshi. Her name was Yamuna Joshi was her name. Okay. After marriage, she became as Anandi. Okay. Her first name, the childhood name was Yamuna Joshi, and she born on 31st March 1865 in a Kalyan, a small town near Mumbai. My family used to be the landlords in the town but have lost their riches. See, Their family actually they were landlords. They were very rich people. But what happened, children? Afterwards, all their lands gone and they become their richness. They won't maintain that one. When I was 9 years old, I was married and my name was changed to Anandi. 9 years only she got married. And her name changed. You see, after marriage, the names are going to be changed in some customs. They are going to change the names. So what happened here? Yamuna Joshi, her name changed to Anandi. She was married when she was 9 years old. That time only she married. Before my marriage, I could barely read Marathi. Only just she read only Marathi language only she know. Barely means only just she read only Marathi. She know only to read Marathi language. Education of girls was not common then, but my husband Gopal Rao was an ardent supporter of widow remarriage and women's education. See, he was her husband name Gopal. So that Anandi Gopal is there. Gopal Rao. Gopal Rao, he was more supporting about the widow remarriage. That time only in the era of 1865 only he was going to support widow to remarriage and he was supporting so much to women about the education. After our marriage he started teaching me. See, in that time that husband and wife they won't talk in front of others also. So much restrictions they had in that time. But children, and that time only he wants to teach his wife. This was very difficult. In those days a husband didn't even speak directly to his wife in front of others. See how was the situation that in olden days that husband can't talk directly to his wife. But this person Gopal Rao he wants to teach his wife. In the beginning my husband tried to enroll me in the missionary schools. He wants to admit her. He wants to give admission in a missionary school. He tried so much, but it was not possible in that time. But that did not work out. So many opposition came from the family. So it was not possible him to admit in a English missionary school. But that did not work out. We had to move from Kalyan to Alibag to Kolhapur and finally to Calcutta, where he was left free to teach me. They went off from that Kalyan to, they went to Alibag to, they went to Kolhapur and finally they went to Calcutta. There they became free to get the education. From all the restriction of family, they came far away. They settled to Calcutta and there she started to read. After my rapid progress, my husband was insistent that I should acquire higher education. Because acquire means obtain. Acquire means obtain. She was so intelligent in reading. She was showing so much interest in reading, no? That is rapidly she progressed in her education. So her husband wants to get still higher education. She wants to acquire. Acquire means obtain higher education. He wants to give higher education to Anandi. In those days, female doctors were not available in our country. Many women reluctant to approach a male doctor would suffer a lot as a result. See, why she wants to become doctor? Earlier question was there. Why she wants desire to become doctor only means in earlier days what happened, children? There were no women doctors and that women they were hesitating to go and meet the male doctors. So many deaths and all happening. Reluctant means unwilling. Reluctant means unwilling. They were not willing to go to a male doctor. So they were suffering a lot. Women were suffering a lot because they are not ready to go and meet a male doctor, and in that time there were no women doctors. So she desired to become a doctor. I myself had lost my infant son when I was 14. See, she got aborted, that she lost her infant son because of that lack of woman doctor. She was also not ready to go and meet male doctor, and she lost her son when she was 14 years old. So I decided that I would like to be a doctor. Why she wants to become doctor, children, means she, that time there were no woman doctors, and that women were hesitating, unwilling to go and meet male doctors, and they were losing so much. So what happened, children, here? As a result, that Anandi wants to become a doctor. My husband tried very hard to get me admitted to some university in America. Mistress Carpenter of Rosalie, New Jersey, by chance came to know my story and was moved by the correspondence and wrote me a letter. That her husband, Anandi husband, he wants to admit to her foreign university, anyone America university, he wants to admit her and to get the medical degree. But it was not possible, it was not an easy task. But what happened, children, that this information went to Mistress Carpenter of Rosalie, and she wrote a letter to come to America. She offered to host me in the USA. Since Gopal Rao wasn't able to get a job there, we decided that I should leave for America alone. See, Gopal Rao didn't get any job there in America, but that both they wants to go there and settle there, read there. But what happened, children? He didn't get any job, Gopal Rao. So what happened here? That Anandi alone has to go to America. We had to face a lot of opposition. See, it was not an easy task. I already told you, in olden days, women, they won't come out of the house, means she is ready to go to abroad for studies. They got so much opposition, means arguments from the public and the family members, and criticisms, disapproval. They were not ready to give approval that she should go to America for further studies. And they did argument also. Why you are going? What is the problem? Don't go. Women should not go outside. This type, they have some restrictions in family and in society. But she didn't listen. Finally, she went to America. Finally, after many trials and tribulations, in June 1883, I reached America and met my carpenter, Maushi. Maushi means aunt. June 1883. Finally, after so many arguments, criticisms, finally what happened, children? She went to America alone. Without her husband, she went to America for further studies, and she met their carpenter, Maushi means aunt. She met there. In America, there were many things that I thought were strange, and many that the carpenter found strange about me. For example, the carpenters found it odd that I wouldn't sit down on a chair when Mr. Carpenter was in the room, as was the custom in India. See, it is a custom that in olden days, not now, that in front of male persons of the family, that females, they won't come and sit in front of them. This was one of the custom. But what happened here in America, when Anandi went to America, no, there she was not ready to sit on the chair in front of Mr. Carpenter. That it was somehow they feel bad, because she in India in olden days that custom was there. But she was following there also this custom only, means it looks somehow odd to that carpenter family. And I was astonished that they didn't bathe every day. Astonished means surprised. Astonished, surprised. Astonished. She was surprised by hearing the news that they won't bathe every day. See, we are daily we are going to bathe. Is it children? But in foreign countries they won't bathe daily. That was surprising news for Anandi. Other things like my clothes and my not eating non-vegetarian food was also very strange for them. See, she was pure vegetarian and her dressing style was different and she won't eat veg foods. So it was also somehow strange things for that carpenter family. Carpenter Moshi took care of me as if I were her own daughter. See, that carpenter auntie, what she was doing, she was taking so much care of Anandi, like her own daughter only, she was taking care of her. She cried like a child when she left me at the women's college in Philadelphia. They admitted her to an women's college, Philadelphia. She admitted that carpenter aunt, and what happened when she admitted her? No, she cried like a child. That she was so much taking care of that Anandi and she attached to that Anandi. The superintendent and the secretary of the college are very kind. See, she was very lucky. She got such a persons around her that the superintendent of that college, secretary of that college, they were also very kind and very good to Anandi. They were impressed that I had come to study from so far away, braving poverty and opposition from my people. Braving means facing. Facing the opposition of family members and society, what happened children? She came to America to read. That was a very good news for them. That is so far from India to America she came with the opposition of family members and society, and she was very poor. All these points considered that secretary and correspondent people, they were very kind to Anandi. They even offered me scholarship of $600 for 3 years. See, they dollar in America, they were using the currency dollar. Is it children? They offered her $600 for 3 years of her doctor course. The room that was provided to me at the college didn't have a proper fireplace. See, this was the main problem she got in America. That she went to America and she admitted in a college in Philadelphia. Everything was okay, but that college room, whatever they allotted to this lady, no, that was very small, and that fireplace, see, for coldness they were going to put fire. Is it children? That the place should be comfortable and that fire smoke should go properly, through proper channel should go. Is it? But which room allotted to this Anandi, that room was very small and that fireplace was also not in a good condition. The fireplace emitted a lot of smoke when lit. See, when she going to put fire, no, that time that smoke will come around that room only. It spreads around the room and she can't breathe properly due to that smoke. So it was a choice between smoke and cold. So she should choose whether she should suffer from cold without fire. If she put fire means she should suffer from the smoke. That entire room will spread that smoke. That fireplace was not in a correct condition. She had only two choices, whether she should tolerate smoke or she should tolerate cold. I tried to get another place, but that was not possible as no one was ready to rent a place to a brown Hindu girl trying to be a doctor. See, this was the main problem, children, that no one was ready to give her rent, room for the rent, because she is a Hindu girl and they won't like that brown and black people in America in previous olden days, not now, that they won't like us, and she is Hindu and they were not ready to give a room for a rent to her. After about 2 years in that place, I had started having a constant temperature and cough. See, what was the result of that room? That fireplace was not good, no? She had only two choices, whether she has to tolerate smoke in that room or she should tolerate cold. Due to that one, what happened, children? That after 2 years continuous she suffered from cold and smoke, no? what happened that after 2 years daily she got a fever and cough. She that continuous, it was continuous in her body, temperature was rising. Well, living in an alien culture, weather was always going to be difficult and was ready to face it. But what happened, children? In foreign country, it's not so easy to settle there. But in olden days, it was too difficult to settle. But what happened? She decided to face any problem may come, I will tolerate. She decided finally, and she stayed in that room only. My health was severely affected by my stay there. After around 2 years in USA, I had sudden spells when I used to feel very faint and get a high temperature. Faint means feeling weak. Faint means feeling weak. Due to that smoke and cold, children, she became very weak. Feeling weak. She day by day, what happened, children? By continuous breathing with that smoke or affecting of that cold, what happened? She was getting temperature, constant temperature she got, temperature and cough. And due to that, what happened? She was feeling weak. Due to that continuous temperature and cough, she was becoming weak. The cough never left me. By the end of the 3 years, my condition had worsened. See what happened, children? That in that room, due to that fireplace, she may suffer either with smoke or with cold. Only two options she had. But what to do? No one was ready to rent her a room. So what she decided? She decided to stay in that room only. After 2 years, she became very weak due to continuous temperature in her body. When she reached third year, no, her health condition became very worst. I somehow scraped through the final exams. At the convocation where my husband was present, it was announced that I was the first woman doctor of India and got a standing ovation for that. It was one of the most rewarding moments of my life. She spent 3 years in that room only with that smoke and cold, children, and her health became too much upset and worse. Her body became very in worst condition it became. But what happened? She finally wrote the exam, and convocation time, her husband Gopal Rao also came to America, and so many people they stood and applauded that she was the first woman became doctor. Indian woman became doctor. So all stood and applause. Ovation means applause, clapping. They stood and applause to this lady Anandi because she was the first Indian woman became doctor. This was one of the best moment of her life. She struggled 3 years in America in that bad condition of that room. Also, she stayed in that room only for 3 years. Finally, she wrote the exam, and what happened, children? Her husband also came for convocation, and there they announced that she was the first lady got medical doctor degree, and that all were applauded loudly. Day by day, I grew worse and nothing worked. See, her health condition became very worse due to that continuous breathing of that smoke and coldness. No, her body became very weak, and her day by day her condition became very worse only. My husband then admitted me to the women's hospital in Philadelphia. She did that. He admitted. He also came to America. He admitted her Anandi in a women's hospital in Philadelphia. Women's hospital he admitted. I was then diagnosed as having tuberculosis, means TB. Tuberculosis means in short we are calling as TB. That was a dangerous disease, children. That if it affects to lungs means the man can die. So before attacking only, now it is curable, no problem. That medicines are there, treatment is there. But in olden days, she got tuberculosis means there is a TB she had. But She was lucky. What happened? But the disease hadn't yet reached my lungs. That disease not reached to her lungs. It attacked, but it was not attacked to her lungs. The doctors advised me to go back to India. The doctors, American doctors, they said that you go back to your native place. You are lucky that not affected to your lungs. You go and take the treatment there only, because your weather condition is different no from America. They may be advised to her that go back to India. Her return to India. The journey back home took a further toll on Anandi Bai's health, as the doctors on the ship refused to treat a brown woman. See, she, at that time there were no flight facility, no children. She was coming to India by ship. In that ship, the doctors were refused to treat her. Her condition was very worse, but then also they were not ready to touch and treat a brown woman in the ship. On reaching India, she stayed at her cousin's place in Pune to receive treatment from a renowned Ayurvedic specialist. She went to Pune after. When she came back to India, she went to Pune and she stayed in her cousin's house to take the treatment, Ayurvedic treatment. However, refused to treat her, as according to him, she had crossed the boundaries of society. That Ayurvedic specialist, he also refused to give treatment to her, because she what she did is she crossed all the boundaries, all the restrictions of our country, customs of our country, no. So what happened, children? He was also not ready to give treatment to this lady. Finally, on February 26, 1887, frustrated that all her achievements were in vain, Anandi Bai succumbed that her disease at the age of 22. She was mourned throughout India. Her ashes were sent to Mr. Carpenter, who wanted to place them in her family cemetery in Poughkeepsie. See here what happened, children. After when she was 22 years old, that time only she died, because no one gave treatment in India also, no one ready to give treatment to her, because she crossed all the boundaries of the society. So here also she was not treated well, so she lost. She died on 26th February 1887. See how much she struggled. She wants to become doctor. How much she struggled, how much she suffered in America, that all become waste. And at last, Anandi Bai's effort, however, were not in vain. See, she felt that her all efforts become waste, but that was not waste, children. That what happened, that woman, they were started to study. Inspiration of that Anandi Bai, they started to do the hard work in studies. To this day, she is an inspiration to Indian girls from all walks of life. See, she became inspiration, she became role model to Indian women, that we should read, we should achieve something in our life. She became inspiration, she became role model to Indian women. She enables us to believe that whatever our situations are and circumstances, nobody's dreams are unachievable, and that each of us has potential to achieve whatever we wish to. See, whatever the circumstances, whatever the situations of our family or our society, that we should have one dream and we should try to achieve that dream. That is very important. We should not say circumstances are not good, situation is not good. No, if we try, we will achieve. We will achieve that dream will come true. Today, the Maharashtra government has a fellowship in her name for young women working on women's health. See now that Maharashtra government announced one scholarship in the name of Anandi Gopal, because she was the first lady who went to foreign country and get education. She became role model to all women of India, and now also Maharashtra government is going to give scholarship in her name to woman who is working women's health. Working on women's health means because she wants to become doctor, no, that she wants to work on women's health. So whoever working on women's health, no, that government, Maharashtra government is going to offer a scholarship in her name now also. So this is about the Anandi Gopal children, that this is an autobiography written by Anandi Gopal only. She only wrote all this one, how much she struggled in America, how much she wants to become a doctor and she suffered a lot, and at last what happened children, she got TB disease and she died. But she thought that whatever she suffered, no, that all become waste, but it is not waste children. Nowadays also she become role model to all women of India, that that everyone should have a dream and everyone should try to achieve that dream. This is very important. Now also Maharashtra government is going to give fellowship in her name. So this is about Anandi Gopal, and this is the picture of Anandi Gopal children. I hope all of you understood this lesson, and I will send the notes and complete the fair book. Thank you.